Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leo chart and the Sober Curator to bring you the October 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Cancer for Sun and Rising placements. It is already October 13th, and I'm super behind on getting these videos out to you guys. So I'm going to try to keep it pretty straightforward, short, sweet, simple, and, wish us all a happy October for the rest of the month, I guess. Cancer, let's talk about Libra season for you. So Cancer season marks summer. All the cardinal signs mark the entry into different seasons. So the first one is Aries into spring, Cancer into summer, Libra, which is what we're in right now, is into fall, and then Capricorn into winter. And so with Libra season, entry into fall, it makes what's called a square aspect to you, Cancer. And squares in astrology are considered to be hard aspects. They kind of challenge us to have to, work through tension or friction in order to evolve or grow or kind of manifest whatever it is we're working towards. And so, some of the seasonal changes could be a little bit challenging for you in terms of that tension coming in and, kind of pressuring you to move beyond where you've been in some way. And of course, we all go through those things regardless of what our sign is. But when, different seasons call for different things for different people. So Cancers are always getting a square or an opposition. Capricorn's an opposition, Aries and Libra are squares to you. And so there is a little bit of extra tension hitting Cancer with the Libra energy. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Tension, that pressure makes diamonds kind of attitude is part of that story. So let's talk about where we have Libra hitting in the Cancer chart. So because Cancer sits in the first house of the horoscope chart, Libra actually sits in the fourth house for you, which is the house that you traditionally rule. So in astrology, Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house, and the wheel turns. And so in a horoscope, Libra is the ruler of your fourth house. So all of the energy that's in Libra starting out October is hitting your fourth house and bringing you into an area that you're actually very familiar and very comfortable with. So home life, family life, not saying you're comfortable with your family or your home right now, but just saying that, Cancers tend to be homebodies and tend to feel more like their home is, important to them, like their sense of family is important to them. So the sun here is highlighting all of that for you. Mercury is also here starting out the month, and Mercury is the planet of communication, technology. It also has to do with how we're learning and perceiving information. It also has to do with travel. So when we have Mercury passing through the fourth house, our perspectives or perceptions of our home life are highlighted. I just realized I didn't really look at and make sure my makeup wasn't doing anything weird on here. Probably looked like caca. But yeah, so communication in the home, communication around family stuff, all of that's really highlighted with Mercury passing through here starting out the month. The other aspects that we have starting out the month, we've got Mars in your sign of Cancer for the entire month of October. And this is happening in your first house. So this brings up a lot around your identity and how you're relating to self. Mars is considered to be a little bit of a challenge wherever it's passing through. So, we might feel a little bit of restlessness or instability or a need for action around how we assert ourselves, our will, and the way that we're relating to our identity or sense of self. That's a theme for the entire month. Venus is in the fixed water sign of Scorpio, and that's hitting in your fifth house, which is the house of creativity and self-expression. Venus here is actually really good for connecting to art and kind of what brings joy, what brings passion. If we feel more like we want to lean into how we're expressing ourselves and kind of finding ourselves in new ways, that Mars trine to Venus in the first house and fifth house is really elevating that for you in the month of October to start. We also have Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn. I don't go super into the social or outer planets during the horoscopes, but if you want a bigger breakdown on what they're doing in the month, you can look at the October astrology forecast video at the top of the playlist. So let's get into some of the major things that are happening as the month progresses. So on October 2nd, we're going to have a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra that's happening at 10 degrees Libra. And again, this is happening in your house of home and family. Solar eclipses happen during a new moon when the ecliptic is conjunct to that new moon. And this is a time for a portal of energy to open around kind of starting a new chapter for you. So this is an opportunity for a new chapter around home and family specifically. And this can also have to do with healing anything from the past around kind of ancestral lineage. So if you've been in a place where you feel like there's stuff that's come up around, I'm sorry, this part of my hair right now that's just like, I don't know what's happening with my hair. My hair looked really good earlier and something's going. I need a haircut. It's making me laugh as I watch this video. I'm sorry. But essentially, you're in a place where you're kind of starting a new chapter in terms of how you relate to family and any kind of ancestral narratives or lineage kind of stuff. Like this is a time for that to take a new shape or a new form in your life over the next few months. Also, as the month progresses, Jupiter is going to station retrograde at 21 degrees Gemini. It's going to be retrograde until February. This is happening in the area of your chart that has to do with your subconscious. So again, there's a lot of opportunity for you right now to work on things from the past and healing anything from the past that's still requiring your attention, especially deep work under the surface. Dream work is also really enhanced during this time. It's really positive for you to learn how to regulate your nervous system. Meditation is really supported during this time. All of those good things. The next kind of transition of energy that we have is going to be Mercury leaving Libra and entering Scorpio. And this is happening around the 15th of the month. And it's going to be entering your fifth house, which is that house of creative expression. So again, your creativity and the way that you express yourself gets highlighted, and you get kind of this boost of maybe wanting to rediscover some things or lean more into passion projects and artistic projects. Shortly after that, we actually have a full moon in Aries, and this is happening at 24 degrees Aries on October 17th. This is actually hitting in your career house. And so full moons are a time of releasing, letting go, shedding. It can also be a time for manifesting. And the area that this is hitting for you in terms of your public life and your career, and the fact that it's pretty close to Chiron, means that there's going to be stuff around your public image and how you're putting yourself out there that's going through a big transition. You might kind of feel like you're ready to rebrand or redefine yourself when it comes to your career or your work life. That's a big theme for you. There's also any imposter syndrome stuff that you might be working on in yourself is highlighted this month. In general, you've got a lot coming up around just identity and healing any issues around confidence. After that, the next shift we have is going to be Venus leaving Scorpio and entering Sagittarius on the 18th. This is going to cause Venus to move into your house of health. And so this is also really positive for health. It's good for you to focus on your thyroid and hip health. Sagittarius rules the hips, and so anything that's happening in that part of your body, this could be really positive for you. Venus passing through here is also really positive for getting your daily routine in order. Also focusing on the work that you do. If you travel for work at all, this could be a really active month for you. The rest of October could be really active for you in terms of that. This is also really positive for any educational programs around work that you're a part of that gets a boost. Venus is there to help you with that. Venus is also really positive passing through this house when it comes to health issues. So if you've been, working through health stuff and you need some good fortune, Venus is actually really positive for that, in terms of passing through the sixth house. And then on the 22nd, we're going to enter Scorpio season. So the sun's going to leave Libra and enter the fixed sign of Scorpio, which for the horoscope, this enters your fifth house of creativity and self-expression again. So there's a lot around you refinding yourself in terms of your creative expression and really leaning into passion projects, things that get you excited again. I've been pulling a tarot card for these videos, and I've been really into this new deck that just came out by Mary De Lorenzo Woods. I was really fortunate to get to read this deck on its launch night, and I just have fallen in love with it. It's called the Rock Star Tarot, and each card is a rock star, and she just writes really cool things about it. And I just thought it would be fun to pull a card for each sign. So this is going to be your card for this month, Cancer. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is Dolly Parton. It's a really beautiful image of her. The Six of Pentacles has to do with us really reflecting on the energy of giving and receiving. Are we the giver? Are we the receiver? What's our relationship to that frequency? It's also a card that symbolizes we're experiencing some level of success in the material, and that we need to lean into just the positives of abundance and kind of where we're benefiting from those things. And what's interesting about this card is, like, sometimes if we're in a place where we don't necessarily feel abundant, maybe we need to ask for help and see people helping us as part of our abundance. That's that transaction of giving and receiving. Or maybe we're the ones giving a lot, and that's also a gift of abundance, is the ability to be of service and give. And I think that looking at where Venus is entering this month for you, in terms of entering the sixth house, and Venus in the sixth house is a great energy for giving and receiving. I think that's a really good card for Cancer. All right, I will see you guys next month. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe. You can find me at theladyofleosure.com and the Sober Curator, and I will see you guys in November.